Welcome to the AACS Daily News for December 27th, 2018. Attleboro Mayor Paul Heroux is wrapping up the first year of his two-year term. We spoke to him about his plans for the second half of his term.
In the new year, in my second year of the two-year term, what I'm hoping to do is make more progress on Highland Country Club. We're also looking at working with the developer to redo the Union Street District, and I'm working on committing some CDBG money, Community Development Block Grant money, to help make that a reality. The Union Street District, where the old Kidstown is, and the old Fortune House Chinese restaurant, that entire block it has been an eyesore to a lot of people for a long time, and there's not enough economic development in that small section of land. So that's something we're looking at developing with a private developer. There's other projects that constantly come up. The school budget is always a challenge, and we're looking at making sure that we don't have any layoffs with either the paraprofessionals or the teachers. That's the goal there. There's lots of different things. There's the big ticket items that you can only do a couple of at any one time. But then there's the day-to-day managing of the city. I also want to submit to the city council an ordinance. I also want to submit to the city a change to the city charter to implement term limits. The city council would vote on that, and then we would send that to the State House. That's called a special act, as opposed to doing a charter commission. That's the other way of doing it. A charter commission sort of opens up the entire charter for changes, but what we're looking to do is just do this one specific change. So that's why a special act is probably the quicker, easier, less controversial way of doing things. The business I'm sending down to the city council would basically just implement term limits just for the office of mayor, and we have two-year terms, but they're unlimited. I believe that the power on the executive branch should be checked, and I think that 8 years is plenty of time. That would be 4 terms. I personally won't run past 3 terms. I'll do a maximum of 3 terms, maximum of 6 years. I might only do 4. I wouldn't go beyond 6. But this is something that I support for the executive, just like we have that at the presidency level. There's 8 years maximum. The governors in Massachusetts typically don't run past 8 years. They put like a self-imposed cap. But I don't support a term limit for the city council. The reason I don't support term limits for the city council is because it would destroy the institutional knowledge of that diverse body, and that's extremely important that we preserve that. The economic development director that we hired, she starts on December 26th, and she's coming to us from working in Washington, D.C. in a similar capacity as an economic development director, and she also did this work in Ohio. She brings a good resume and very fresh perspective to things. Her task is basically going to be to try and recruit businesses to come to Attleboro, whether they are in our industrial park or in the downtown area or in anywhere in between. So that's the main task of an economic development director. One of the other things I'm going to ask her to do is try to recruit another cable or internet provider to come to Attleboro. A lot of people want diversity, they want options, and Comcast is not enough for a lot of people. They want to see if we can get someone else here. Now, it's important to note that we cannot make anyone come to Attleboro. We can't make a company come here, and we can't force Comcast to lower their rates. But what we can try and do is recruit another company. A lot of people were concerned that Verizon Fios was being kept out under the previous mayor. That's not true. There was no deal cut with Comcast where the Verizon Fios was not coming into Attleboro and being kept out of Attleboro. The previous mayor didn't do that. I'm not doing that. And the reason that Verizon Fios isn't coming in is because they stopped dropping their fiber optic network back in 2011, I believe, and they moved to an all wireless network. So there was a persistent rumor about the previous mayor that just was not true. In fairness to him, it just wasn't true.
That's it for today's update. For AACS News, I'm David Angel.